Sony might go away from console exclusives. Check it out. Like it says right here, PlayStation will eventually abandon console exclusives and follow Xbox's strategy, Moon Studios CEO believes. Just like I mentioned in my previous videos, wherever the money go, the big companies follow for sure. Moon Studios are the folks that made No Rest for the Wicked, and their CEO have said that they believe console exclusivity will eventually become a thing of the past for PlayStation as it has with Xbox, due to how consoles and the market as a whole have changed. And the gaming industry has changed a lot, especially when you take into account how we consume games and how much money it takes to make these games. Now remember, I touched on the fact on how we consume games, and that relates to the second paragraph because like it's saying, the CEO Thomas Mahler has said a few years back the studio decided to not make No Rest for the Wicked under Microsoft because it would have prevented the game from being released on PlayStation consoles and Nintendo Switch. And the game wouldn't have performed as well if it was an Xbox exclusive, but since it is on other platforms, I'm pretty sure their numbers been up. Now you can read the example that Moon Studio CEO had gave comparing DVDs to video games, but let's go ahead and go back to the money conversation because that's what this is all about. Like he said right here in the middle, at the same time, the console audience hasn't been growing, and for the entire industry to grow, access to content must be easier. When they say growth, they mean money. The money has not been flowing when it comes to console sales because all of these consoles never sell at a profit. This is achieved by reducing the cost of entry, which is what Microsoft is doing with its current strategy, which essentially allows Xbox games to be played anywhere and virtually on anything. Now I say give it 5 years. If this strategy proves to be a success, Sony will follow suit, I promise y'all, because if you think about it, a lot of these PlayStation exclusives aren't exclusive anymore because they are coming to PC sooner and sooner. So what makes y'all think that they are gonna miss out on some first day games, big money when the game's released day one? What makes y'all think they're gonna miss out on that just because they want to make games exclusive to their console? When you think about it, when the PS5 dropped, what games have really came out to be a console seller? I'll wait. So why not make these games multi-platform when they can make the most money through their game sales? Especially since their consoles aren't turning a profit like that. I know some of you Sony ponies will disagree. Y'all not gonna be susceptible to this, but I'm telling you right now, it is inevitable. Microsoft is a $1 trillion company, so they can essentially dictate where the market goes, especially if proven successful. And y'all don't think Sony is gonna go where the money is at? Y'all must be out y'all goddamn mind. And this further proves that console wars is dead and we should be able to play on whatever platform that we want to, especially since we pay too much money for these games to not even have that option. But you let me know in the comments, do you think PlayStation will move away from console exclusives?